everybody. Welcome to our last day of Occupation Week. This is Naila Johnson once again. And today we have two special guests. We have Makari and Anaya. You guys might have seen them in our previous weeks. So they're going to be talking about their business. They are considered entrepreneurs. And if you don't know what an entrepreneur is, it is someone who starts their own business. And well, they start off with an idea and create a business out of it. And so it could be anything you want. So today we are going to be asking them questions. And like I said previously, if you guys do have a question, you could pop it into the chat or hop on the microphone. Please keep yourselves muted if you don't have a question. That way we can hear each other clearly. And lastly, we are recording these meetings. So if you would not like your child to be recorded, you can go ahead and turn off your camera. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So Dominic and Yashar, take it away.
Okay, so what do you do?
Okay, so we sell natural.
Oh, it looks like you guys froze. Oh boy.
Did we freeze?
Yeah, you guys froze.
Let me turn my camera off and then. Okay, is it frozen?
No.
Well, we can't see
Well,
you.
we can't see you, but we
Okay.
can hear you.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, good. Okay, so basically, we sell fresh squeezed juice. We have a juicer. We sell smoothies, popsicles, and lemonade. And they're all natural.
Except for the lemonades.
Yeah, okay, except for the lemonades, we use like sugar to sweeten it. For our hibiscus cooler drink, we use agave, which is an all natural sweetener. So everything's good for you, all natural. It's great. It's delicious.
What is an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur is basically someone who starts their own business.
Is their own boss. You know,
Yeah.
you take the lead and everything. You're in charge of what you want to do, like with your business.
You guys froze again.
Oh my god! Did you just turn the camera off?
Yeah, that might work better.
Okay, there.
Alrighty, yeah, we can hear you better.
Okay, great.
All right, Dominic.
What are 3 positive things about what you do, and what is 1 challenge?
I'd say one challenge is like when we first started, it kind of took a while because we had to make all the labels, and then that took so long because we kept having to redo them and then find other people to make the labels because they didn't come out how we wanted them.
Yeah, we had to find like a graphic designer. It was just a lot, and it took you wouldn't think that making labels or getting labels made was going to be so hard, but it took a while. That was a little struggle, but it came through in the end. And one thing that is a positive, well, 3 things. One is making your own money. The second thing is just being your own boss, just being in charge of or just being in control of what you can do with your business instead of listening to someone else, and basically just getting like work experience and just learn how to hustle and make your own money.
All right, it looks like you guys have a question in the chat. It says, how much money do you get in a day? Like the average amount of money you guys earn in a day?
I'd say
It depends sometimes
it depends on what we're selling.
because smoothies for us don't sell as much as like lemonades and
Or
popsicles
like juice.
or juice. Um, we choose different days. Like so maybe tomorrow we're gonna sell lemonades, and then maybe the next day we're only doing smoothies. And for our juices, we take pre-orders in a day in advance, just so we can make sure we have all the fruit and everything that we need for that specific order. So I would say
Why?
in like a week.
Because
It's kind of hard to say because we're in charge of everything, so we choose. But 1 week we made about like 175 in like a day.
Mhm.
But it really just depends on what we're selling because like smoothies sell less than like popsicles
and
and
then
stuff.
lemonades like sell the most out of everything. So I'd say like maybe like $300 to $400 in a week.
Okay.
And that's if like we're selling like the whole week.
Yeah.
Right. So how much money does each item cost? That's another question from the chat.
Well, am I allowed to share my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Because I have it for you in a slide. Okay. Can you get it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, excellent. Well, here's our logo. This is what the graphic designer made for us, just so we could put on like all of our labels and everything that we make. And then in our, the name of our business is We Got the Juice. And here's our juice menu. So we have 6 flavors, and it basically just tells you the price, the ounces, the flavors, what's in them, and just like how you can order and contact us. And then here's our smoothie menu.
Wow. So it looks like you guys have a lot of flavors.
Yeah, we want to make
Yeah.
sure that like every person got what they needed out of like their smoothie. And smoothies are a little tricky because I know some people are like lactose intolerant or like they only like soy milk or almond milk. So basically when someone makes an order, we could customize it like according to what they want. So if they don't want regular milk, we can offer them almond milk or soy milk or anything like to substitute what they don't like eat or drink in their smoothies. And then here's our popsicles. And then that's our menus. Let's see if it'll exit out. There.
So another question that we got asked is, how do you guys advertise?
Do you want to?
Yeah. So basically, we have an Instagram and a Facebook. And since I don't have Facebook, I usually advertise on my Snapchat too. But every day that we sell, or like the day before, we like
We create a flyer.
we create a flyer, we post pictures and like tell what times we're selling in between, and then we usually get pre-orders in between those times.
Yeah, so like a couple of days ago, we were selling smoothies from 1:30 to 3, and we just, posted on the Mountain House Facebook, and we're just like, hey guys, we're gonna be selling smoothies and popsicle from this time to this time. Make sure to get your pre-orders in and to, message me if you want to order. So we Facebook is where most of our customers are at. Instagram, we have some customers there, but I feel like most of the majority of them respond to us from Facebook. So we use that, and we just try to tell people and tell our friends and our peers, just shout us out and you know, um, just contribute, or some of my friends bought some popsicles, so just try to get everyone to shout us out, basically.
What inspired you to start a business?
Well, quarantine kind of how do I say this? it kind of got our juices flowing. Juices. Okay, but it kind of got our juices flowing because everyone's in the house, and I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been eating the healthiest of food over quarantine. So all natural juices and smoothies and popsicles was just like a good way to keep everyone healthy because I love a good popsicle, but our popsicles are made from all fresh juice, so like there's no added sugar. It's good for you and it tastes good and it's hot, so we just want to find a way to cool everyone down but like stay healthy at the same time.
Go ahead, Dominic.
Who want to become entrepreneurs?
Wait, repeat that again.
What advice do you have for kids who want to become entrepreneurs?
Kari, did you hear the question?
A little bit. It was kind of cutting out.
It was, what advice do you have for kids who want to become entrepreneurs?
Okay, advice.
I'd say just like go for it. It will take a long time to actually get the business starting, but once you put time into it and actually encourage yourself to want to do it, it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's been like fun working with my sister, like starting our own business from scratch, and like my parents helped us a lot, and it's just been really like a fun experience to do during the summer and like the quarantine, and we get to make our own money. I don't know, I just think being an entrepreneur is just a good thing for a kid to like think about for the future because everyone doesn't want to work for someone that's like higher up because some people don't like being told what to do, or like if you have an idea or you brainstorm with like your coworkers and like the boss isn't taking your ideas. Like if you're an entrepreneur you can do whatever you want, so I say go for it.
Yeah, you can do
work
everything
hard
on your own time
and just strive through the difficult times because we've had challenges, but you have to be strong and keep pushing forward.
Right. So one kid, so we have 2 questions in the chat. So do you guys like your job?
Yes.
Yes, very much.
Even though like we have some challenges sometimes, like at the end of the day I think it's really fun to do, and it's a really cool experience to have. Like when I get older I could be like, when I was a teenager and it was the summertime, I started my own business, and maybe in the future I'll become my own boss and like my own entrepreneur. So I just think this is just really good work experience for me personally, since I can't get a job since it's quarantine, but I think it's a really good thing to do.
Right. So do you guys deliver to your customers?
So smoothies, we do pickups because we don't want them to melt. So, we'll tell the customer to come at a certain time or whenever they're free, and we'll make their smoothies. And if they're running a little bit late, then we'll put the smoothies in the freezer for them just so it won't, be all watered down. But for the juices and popsicles, we do deliver. Um, but if someone just wants like one popsicle, I'll just ask them if they could pick it up, and most likely they can. But if not, then we don't mind dropping it off and delivering it to them because in Mountain House everyone lives like 5 minutes away. So, but most
And
of our
what types of challenges have you guys faced?
I would say sometimes getting the fruit, because some certain stores the fruit doesn't, like, if you go to Safeway and you look at the strawberries, one day they might look good and then the next time you need strawberries and you go there, the strawberries don't look as fresh, and we don't want to give people old fruit. That's a no. So, sometimes the store's fruit may not look the best, so we have to find different resources to get the best fruit that we can. So that was one challenge. What's one challenge?
I'd say I know in the beginning we need to work on our timing with like making smoothies and like juicing everything. but now we kind of have that down. But in the beginning, it was more of a challenge.
Yeah, just getting started, it was a little challenge, like working on our timing and like cutting up the fruit and all that. But if you just keep working hard, then the timing will be easy. You can do it in your sleep after that.
What is a typical day like for you when you do sell?
Well, we would have to wake up early, brush your teeth, get in the shower, just get dressed and ready for the day. And we typically like take turns because we have a little sister. She's a baby. She's only like 1. So one morning Nana and I might be downstairs cutting up the fruit, getting ready for the day, and I'll have the baby. And then maybe the next day we'll switch and just rotate. But we do some of the tasks together, but we do usually rotate and just take turns with everything, with cleaning. Like I might be doing the dishes and she might be working on some fruit on the side. So just like, it's really just teamwork. We just switch off with things.
All right, we have a couple questions in the chat. Who are your mentors and who are your supporters?
Mentors. A mentor.
Okay.
Someone to look up to.
Well, yeah, I know that. But I'd say probably our parents, because they actually started their own business too during quarantine, and we kind of just like made one, and they helped us with it. So I'd say probably our parents.
Yeah, our parents work very hard. So they're definitely a mentor to both of us, and we really do like look up to them because they work hard, they strive through the tough times. So I think that they're a really good role model for us to look up to.
And have you all written out a business plan?
Somewhat. We're still trying to like get it together a little bit, but we do plan to like come out with like a different line of things. Top secret. We're not going to say anything, but we do. But we do plan to come up with some more stuff and like surprise and do giveaways and maybe do some contests for Facebook and stuff. So we have somewhat of an outline, but we still have to get it together and have like a little discussion about it.
Right. And then another question is, where do you guys sell your products, outside or inside? And if inside, do people take precautions, or if it's outside, do you stand outside and sell your juices?
So for the juices specifically, it's for a pre-order. So if they want to pick it up, like if they order a juice or a smoothie and they can pick it up, then we would just wear a mask and gloves, and they would just wait in their car outside of our house, and then we just take it out to them. But if we're delivering, we still wear masks, gloves, bring sanitizer in the car, and then we deliver to them. And then afterwards, we change our gloves a couple times if we have a lot of deliveries. But if we just have one delivery, then we just use like one pair of gloves. But we do take precautions. We don't let anyone inside the house, and we don't go like all into their car. We just hand it to them, or they might step out of their car and we just give it to them. But we do take precautions, just to be safe.
Right. And someone raised their hand. Gutas, am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a question?
No, I was just doing that because I woke up early because it was dark. The meeting was starting and my mom had to do something.
Okay.
Stretching.
That's fine. All right.
How has being an entrepreneur changed your life?
You want to answer
I well, I mean, when we first started, we had $0.
Yeah.
So
we weren't making any money. We can't work.
and we were
during
kind of
lockdown.
just like not really doing anything.
Yeah, we're kind
So-
of being lazy. But after starting the business, I think it's like giving us something like to look forward to in a way, like for the day.
And to keep us active.
Yeah,
And not
because before we
be
weren't
lazy
doing
during summer.
anything. You know, we would still like watch movies with our family, you know, have family time. But like as a whole family, we felt that we need to do more. And then my parents started a business and then we started ours. So we're just like a very active family right now and just trying to get that work in and just, you know, just finding things to do and ways to make money.
Right. So how did you guys come up with your business name?
So one day we were brainstorming. This was the day that, yeah, I know. We were brainstorming. We were thinking like we want the name to have like or to involve like juice or like the word we since we are sisters. So we want to make sure that people didn't think it was just one person, um, like you know running the business. So it's like you know we have to let them know that we're selling fresh juice and that there's you know more than one person. And my mom's friend actually helped us come up with a name. We were brainstorming. We were like, you know, what can we think of? Like, we were like stuck for a while. And then my mom's friend, she was like, how about we got the juice? And it just clicked. And ever since then, we just love the name. And it really stuck with us.
Awesome. So when did you guys have the most trouble in selling?
I would say the first time that we sold smoothies.
Yeah.
I feel like smoothies sell less only because people don't want to come pick them up. That's what I'm thinking. Because, you know, if you deliver something, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I just have to come to the door. But, you know, if you have to come pick something up from someone's house, you know, they might not want to leave the house, you know, because of the virus. Or, you know, they might have something to do and they don't have time to come pick it up. So I think that was like a challenge for us, like selling wise with the smoothies because you know we don't want to deliver say we're going to deliver like a smoothie to someone and it's like all melted and you know that's not like what we want to give out to our customers so you know they have to come pick it up but I think when we sold smoothies for the first time it was a little quiet.
Mm-hmm. And will you guys continue to sell into the school year?
It depends.
It depends, but I know that I was saying like maybe we can like
In the mornings
in the morning we could juice and then
after school
and then we can sell it like the day after or that same day.
but we're still trying to get like an email from the school like saying if they're going to start again because if they're not going to start and everyone's going to be at home then like it's going to be harder. Well, it's not going to be harder, we're just going to be doing the same thing that we're doing now, but you know if we're at school and it's going to be like a different schedule it might be a little bit more complicated, but
Mm-hmm.
we do plan to like continue selling into the school year though.
What made you choose? Oh wait, no, yeah, sorry. Um, is everything homemade?
Yes,
Yes, everything is homemade.
we have a blueser, which is basically a juicer and a blender combined together. And you know, we just buy the fruit, we juice everything, and our smoothies contain some juice. So like our Islanders Choice smoothie has pineapple orange juice in it. So and it's fresh pineapple orange juice. It's not like store bought. So everything is made at our house. Um, and is prepared by We Got the Juice.
And do you plan on doing more entrepreneurship in the future?
um, I do. I plan on being an entrepreneur eventually. Because I'm gonna be going off to college soon. I'm going to be a senior, so that is definitely on my list of career choices. But I would love to be an entrepreneur. I think it'll be like a good job for me personally, just how I am. Like I wouldn't mind working for someone like for the beginning of my career, just so I can get started and like make sure I could even run my own business. But definitely I look at like entrepreneurship in the future for me. How about you?
Maybe, well, it depends because like the college I want to go to and like what I want to do like after high school. But maybe like during high school, I most likely will.
Awesome. So what do you guys like to sell the most? And when you guys sell the popsicles, do they melt?
So when we sell popsicles, we have these bags. I don't know if I can explain this right, but do you know like how lunch boxes have that material on the inside where like, it keeps your lunch cold?
Yes.
So we have these big bags that are shaped like fruits and they're really cute. We have one that's like a pineapple, and then we have one
That's a,
that's a watermelon,
and then
and
we
we
have
have a
another
fanny
one
pack.
that's
So
a
it has that
lemon, yeah.
material on the inside, which keeps all of our juices and smoothies ice cold. And on top of that, we put bags of ice in the bags just to make sure that everything stays cool and they don't melt. So when we deliver them, they don't melt at all. And then we just deliver them to the customer and they're fine. And then what was the other question?
What do you guys like to sell the most?
I'd say popsicles and the lemonade.
Yeah, popsicles are fun to make. We always connect our speaker to our phones, and we be dancing a little bit when we be making popsicles and stuff. But I think it's really fun to make popsicles because I don't know, I just love popsicles. They're just so good. And it's so hot, so I know that they're gonna sell.
So were there any specific things you had to do to get the business up and running? Like any legal actions you guys had to take, or you guys just went for it?
Um,
In the beginning, we had a GoFundMe, which is how we got our booster.
mhm. We raised $400 on our GoFundMe, and then we purchased our juicer. We had a juicer before that, but it was just a cheap one just so we could practice. So it was before like we even put on Facebook that we were even going to start a business. We just want to like, get like the hang of juicing. And then we purchased the newer juicer that we have now, and I don't know, it was kind of we kind of just went for it, but it was more organized than just jumping into it because we were just talking with my parents and just like discussing how we're going to do this and like how we're going to make it work. But it was sudden, kind of how we just started a business out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So how long do your guys' products last? Like how long can you go without eating them? Or without
um
someone purchasing
The
them?
the popsicles last 3 to 6 months.
in the freezer, the our hibiscus cooler lasts up to 2 to 3 weeks in the refrigerator, so that one lasts pretty long. And for the rest of our juices, the watermelon juice
Last
lasts for 3 days,
3 days.
3 to 4 days. So that one's kind of quick. You might have to drink that like within like 2 to 3 days. But the rest of our juices on our menu last for about a week.
Okay.
Yeah, in the refrigerator.
Okay. So just so the kids can understand, there are schools and colleges that teach you about entrepreneurship. So there's a school like that I'm going to. I'm going there for entrepreneurship. I'm going to High Point University. There's Babson College in San Francisco, MIT in Massachusetts, UC Berkeley, etc. So there are schools out there that can teach you guys how to do these types of things. So does anyone else have any questions for Kari and Anaya? You can hop on the microphone or type it into the chat. Do you guys have any advice for us or for the kids?
I'd say
Don't give up.
yeah, keep trying. Like if you do want to start your own business, keep trying, and no matter how hard it gets, you're eventually going to succeed in what you're trying to do.
Yeah, because I know for me it was a little frustrating, but you can't let it take over. You can't let it just be all negatives. You have to be like, okay, well, this didn't sell as good. What can I do to fix it? Or, this fruit doesn't look as good. Where can I go to make sure we get the best fruit that we can get? So, if you don't succeed the first time, just keep trying, keep pushing through, the negatives or any obstacles that you like come across. I just say go for it and just you know, get the stuff done. Get all the boring business part done, the business stuff done first, and then have fun.
We have another question. So how did you guys find your or order your, or where do you guys get your bottles from for your products and like the packaging?
Well, it took a while at first because the first test run bottles that we purchased were from Amazon, and we did not like them at all because you couldn't, we put them in the dishwasher and they shrunk because they're plastic, and like the bottles were leaking. So that was like when we were just testing out like our juicing and stuff, and we did not like those at all. We didn't want to put those out. So we had to like search for different websites and on Amazon, and we finally found the perfect website with the perfect bottles, and we ordered from there, and now we love them. And I was like so nervous because I was like, we can't find bottles in time, and I was like, I just want to get it out and get the product out, but we found them.
Awesome. I know I have a question. So are there any deadlines that you guys had to have to set for yourselves in order to sell a certain amount of products?
Oh wait, could you say that again?
Do you guys have to make deadlines for yourselves or set different goals for different amounts of time for yourselves?
Um, well, like some weeks we're just like, okay, we're gonna sell this day, this day, and this day, and we just try to like plan on like what we're gonna sell because um we don't want to sell too much and like post too much on the Facebook and on like Instagram and stuff, because then people will start to get like, oh, they post too much, I'm not gonna buy it, or like it's getting annoying. So we do have to like pick and choose on like when we post and stuff, but um we do set goals, which like, okay, we're gonna cut up the fruit tonight, make sure to juice it tomorrow and sell it the day that we juice it and bottle it up.
Awesome. All right. Do we have any other questions from the kids? Nope. All righty. So it looks like that's it. Thank you, Kari and Anaya, for coming to our meeting. We very much appreciate it. You guys did great. And it's so cool listening to all of the things that you guys have done with your time, especially during quarantine. And we would also like to thank the kids for coming to this whole week. And we really appreciate you guys' participation. You guys asked great questions. And we would also like to thank Yashar and Dominic for organizing this week and asking questions, putting them together, and finding our speakers for the week. So thank you, Yashar and Dominic. So that is the end of our occupation week. And next week is creation and innovation week. So it'll be a little similar to our art week, but we're going to be doing more crafty type things, and it'll be a little more inventive. So it could be anything from biodegradable plant holders to bracelets. It's a very broad spectrum. So that'll be next week. And it'll be same days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 10 to maybe around 10:45. So that'll be next week. So go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family members, ask your parents to register you guys for that week. And I hope to see you guys there. Yes, we have a question.
So when we made the spoon puppets, I remember that. So one day I saw a black big spoon, and me and my sister like found it, and then we thought, we should make a giant spoon puppet. It was because it was like this big.
Right.
So I wanted to make it. My sister also made it. And we did a challenge at the same time. We need to try to make it as the same thing, as the same looking. It has to look like the same thing. So even though there's a cardboard box and we can't see each other's.
Oh, wow. That's so creative. That's so awesome. I'm glad you guys got to do it again and do it bigger and better. That's so awesome. I'm glad you guys had fun with it. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and end the meeting. Like I said again, thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.
Very good.